Hey, well, here I'm at a house getting ready to be built. We're going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to show you kind of how people prep, contractors prep the concrete, the area before they pour concrete. Now see, down here, it's very interesting. Some houses, when they build, everything is under crawl space and all that, but depending what your elevations are, see this area here, they're gonna frame this over, and there's gonna be a crawl space underneath the house on over to that wall there. It's gonna go up, and then from there down, that's the finished concrete floor inside the house, and then they're gonna put tile floor down or some sort of planking, you know, vinyl planking or something like that. But before they do that, obviously, they put crushed gravel underneath here, tamped it all down and stuff. I wish I would have shown you that, but in any case, see here they got rebar. I don't know how far apart that is, every 16 inches, every foot or so, depending. You got to follow the plans and look at everything and see. Before they got ready to pour this concrete, they had to do some thought process, didn't they? Because down here there's going to be a bathroom, there's going to be a little kitchenette and certain things like that, so they had to run all their plumbing down through here, and their vents, having lined up exactly where the walls are going to go and all that kind of stuff. So lots of stuff having to do with getting ready to pour concrete. See underneath this plastic, well, I'm not going to pull it up, but there's crushed gravel kind of like what's over here. You see that? See that gravel? That's just called crushed gravel, and it's got a little sand mixture in it and rocks and stuff like that. Okay, they've got that underneath here, and then they put plastic visqueen. See how they got the plastic over that? And I guess that's a requirement here. Some counties there's a requirement to do that, others there's not. We used to pour concrete pads years ago for room additions and stuff like that, and lots of places all we had to do was have crushed gravel in there. Okay, and that was it. And then the rebar, obviously. And see, on this rebar they have these little chunks of concrete, and see that you can buy them like that. See, like this here. All of these have little pieces of tie wire. This is baling wire, okay? And then you set this whole thing underneath the rebar. That keeps it up out of there. Look, they forgot this one here, didn't they? This one here is supposed to go underneath that, and there's another one. I guess they only had to have those every so often, but looks like they I don't think they're done. I don't think they're 100% done. I think they still have to add some more, and they're probably going to have to add some more rebar in there. But see, they tied the rebar up, and so the concrete can flow right underneath there. I've seen other guys, they take big huge rolls of wire and they unroll it kind of like chicken wire, but it's heavier, and they roll that down there, and then they kind of pull on it and leave it, and then as they're pouring the concrete they kind of lift it up a little bit. But you know, this is more code efficient, because there's no way this rebar is gonna be pushed down into the concrete down too low and up too high. See, because it's all attached to that, and they've got it all lined up. Their next thing is they're getting ready to pour the concrete. And they'll pour all this concrete down here in one go, and that's how they're going to do that. And you know, this was just a quick and dirty video. I just thought you might be interested in how they get ready to do something like that. And you know, again, you have to read the plans and the specs and all that kind of stuff. Every contractor, building department is slightly different. That's why you have to submit your plans and do all your stuff and get everything done properly for all their types of codes that they have. And you have to do it their way, because before they pour the before they pour this, of course, they have to get the inspector out here, and the inspector has to look at it and tell them whether or not everything's okay or not. Now see, here's the garage. This is a 2-car garage from here to there, and then there's a cutesy little 3rd-car garage. So there's a 3-car garage here. That's kind of it's a 3-car garage, but this car here can only pull up so far. This car can pull. This one's a lot deeper, and then this one is deeper. Okay, I guess that's how they have it. But see, basically pretty much the same as down below, and I can tell they're not 100% with this yet. See, this one's here. It's out in the middle of no man's land. Well, it looks like they did that, no man's land all the way, and then they ran it this other way. Of course, I don't have the plans out or anything like that. Here's where they've got their electrical panel and their ground wire and all that kind of stuff. And see, they had initially poured a footing down there, and you see there's rebar coming out of the concrete, and they'll have to lift that up when they do the driveway. When they do the driveway, this whole driveway is going to be torn out of here. Before they do that, they'll lift those up and rebend them, and so the driveway is going to kind of tie in to the garage, so to speak. Okay, I just thought you might like that and think that was interesting. Now see, they're using rebar. This is 3/8. This is 3/8 rebar. Wow. And they've got 1/2-inch rebar and 5/8 rebar. Now see how thin this one is? Now see this one over here? This one's thicker. These two are 1/2-inch, and they're just setting here. So I don't know if those go in there. And so you always got to read your plans and stuff, because especially if that rebar that goes down into footings and stuff, you want to make sure you put the right rebar size. 3/8, 1/2-inch, 5/8, whatever it calls for. Okay, well, that's it for this time, but I'll be back with more videos. Next time I come, they'll probably have concrete here, and if they do, I'll show that too. And we'll see. From time to time, I may come over to this particular house. You know, after they're done working, they might not appreciate me videoing while they're working on it or something, but we'll see as they get further along, the framing and the sheetrock and the roofing and the doors and you know, everything inside, the cabinetry, the electrical, the plumbing, all that kind of stuff. Well, I'll walk through here every once in a while, so watch for it on my channel.
There is parking.
Yeah?
Getting here.
Where the heck are we? It's only like 5 o'clock in the morning. There's all kinds of people coming in off the street. And we're coming to something that happens once every year in Reno. You'll just have to keep watching here. There's some hot air balloons over there that are going to take off this morning, and this is called the hot air balloon races, I guess. And we thought we'd drive out here and walk out here, and they open the gates. They open the gates at 3:30.
Yes.
What park is this, baby?
San Rafael.
San Rafael Park. It's a really big grassy area over here, and they're supposed to have, oh, I don't know, 100 balloons, hot air balloons here. I think they advertise it as 200 hot air balloons. And they start, they do a glow in the dark thing at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then they do something else, and then you watch them take off. I think they take off like at 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're only 5 something. So we still have to walk. We can walk this way? Okay.
They have wheels.
Yeah, okay. We're just following. We've never really done this before. We thought we'd make the extra effort to come out here. And I'll show you what it's all about in a minute.